Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here with another Scrappy Saturday video, so you can scrap with me if you'd like. And this is a video, I think this is number 8. And I've been doing it every Saturday since the beginning of April, I believe. Around there, maybe in March I started. But anyway, I've challenged myself to catch up with my scraps. Now I haven't done it yet. I may never get caught up, I don't know. But here's my scrap pile. You know, the problem is if you are an everyday or almost everyday crafter, you're adding to it every day. So, well, not every day, but probably every day. But anyway, I wanted to show you, I promised you last week that I would work with my neutral scraps this week because I've been working with colorful scraps. And so just, you know, if you want to work along with me and use your scraps, just pause this video, go grab a glue stick. Today I have a bunch of these washable school glues. I've been using Craft Bond or other glues. Today I thought I'd go ahead, I've used this before, but I do sew, just as a disclaimer, I do sew on a lot of my you know, when I do collages, I do sew on them. So, you know, if you're not going to sew on your, you know, whatever you collage with your scraps, I would advise using a stronger glue like a Craft Bond or some kind of stronger glue. This, I'm not worried about it. If it does start coming up, you know, I'm going to sew on it anyway. But what I did, these are, I got out as an example for you of some that I've already done. Let me turn it over because I actually caught up with my scraps last September 2019. Yeah, a little while ago. But what I did was I went to Florida for a week, and I always take crafting things with me when I go on a trip. And that time I was like, I don't know what I want to take, you know, what I want to work on. So I just grabbed my scrap pile, threw it in a bag, put it in some file folder and coffee dyed paper and things I could glue on, and some glues and scissors, and I was on my way. So I had a week. I didn't go very many places. I was just staying at my parents' and helping out with when my mom had knee replacement surgery. So that week I had a lot of time, you know, morning, noon, and night in between helping out with dinners and grocery shopping and things, and, you know, whatever, to work on my scraps. And, you know, whoever was there, maybe they were watching TV and I was in the same room over at the table. My parents have a little table over, you know, like it's a great room. So they have a dining room table. It's actually a little breakfast nook where I spread out my crafts. They might have been watching TV and I could watch TV, but I could also work on my scraps. So that's how I got a lot done that week. But these are some of I made a big, let's see, did I cut them all up? Let me show you. I meant to grab them. These are some that I made last September using my neutrals, and they came out so pretty. There's different coffee dyed papers. There's a piece of coffee dyed doily over here, and this is on actually a brochure. I think I had picked this up in Florida and had it with me, and I was going to keep it, and I was like, oh, I was kind of running out of things to glue on, so I grabbed this brochure. See, it has a squirrel on it and some cypress trees, which are trees that grow in Florida, so in the swamps. So I glued on the back of that, and that'll be a cute little, you know, it'll have a squirrel on the back when I cut this up. But you can see that's a neutral. This is another neutral, and that has, let's see, what is this on the back? Some other kind of, it might be coffee dyed paper, I'm not sure. But anyway, so these are strong papers that I can cut up just as they are and use as journal cards or tags. Some of them I glued on both sides. I mean, I was on a mission to use up my scraps. So see here, I've got neutrals over here. Here's even a little piece from something that I probably printed out. There's a postage stamp there, which looks really cool, and a postmark. Here's some lined paper here. But see how all the different colors of coffee dye paper look so cool together? And this is just with glue stick. I just grabbed my washable school glue or whatever it's called that I just showed you, Elmer's washable school glue. I had a bunch of those and I grabbed them and just glued down. You can see, and they're not coming up. So, you know, I probably used, I mean, I remember going through tons of glue sticks that week, but still. And then these were some other colorful papers, some magazine pages, ledger paper. See, this one is coming up right here. But like I said, I'm going to cut these up, and like I did here. So I took those, I took one of those, and here's where I cut one up. So I cut it up into tag shapes. This one is, you know, this is the one where I glued on both sides. So you can see the more colorful stuff is on this side, neutral stuff on this side. And so I cut them up in tag shapes, different shapes here. You can see some are bigger and smaller. I just tried to cut it in an efficient way so I could get the most tags out of, and I didn't want them too big, but I wanted to get the most tags as I could, but not too big so they would fit into pockets and journals. So like, I figure the neutral side are the places where you could write, you know, and then the colorful side is the side that will be like the decorative side. Like, you could take the decorative side, what I'm calling the decorative side, the colorful side, and you can leave it like that. I mean, aren't they cute? So what I did, let me tell you before I move on. What I did was I cut them out, then I sewed around because I wanted to show you what they look like sewed around. So I experimented so you can see the different stitches. Here's a single stitch around these two. And then I did a couple with messy stitching. And if you've never done messy stitching, it's fun. If you're like a real kind of proper sewer, you might have trouble doing it because I kind of have to think about, like, Sheree, don't sew straight. Now you want to do some messy stitching, you know what I mean? So like on this one, you can kind of see, let's see, which one did I do messier? I think this one I did messier. So this one I just did 2 lines around and tried not to be so straight, you know what I mean? And this one I really concentrated on doing messy stitching. So I kind of like moved my tag around and made it kind of like wavy around. So I think that looks really cool. Nice little border. And then these two I did zigzag stitching. So I did the stitching before I punched the hole and put the little, you know, ribbons on or whatever, twine. So I did the stitching and then I punched my holes, and then I got out my scrap bag of ribbons and, you know, cut off type things like that. And these were all little scraps from my ribbon scraps. And this was actually, this twine was just what was left on a spool. Just this piece right here. It was one piece, and I cut it in half and put it right there to use it up. So there you go. You can make some cute little tags out of your scraps. So I was also going to show you, if you want to decorate them further, you know, get something to use as a centerpiece on either side. But say you want to decorate this side right here, you could put a little sticker there or something else, like a little, I've got some labels here and some definitions that I have cut out from different things from, you know, digital kits. So let me see if I can find one here. Here's a definition. Let me find one that's got a frame around it that will kind of show up. So here's some definitions. You could put a little definition on here somewhere. That would look cute. Or a label. Let me see if I can find one that will fit. I kind of tend to use up my smaller ones before my bigger ones, so I don't have very many small ones left in here, but here's one like that. Wouldn't that look cute? A little label somewhere, like right in the middle. And then you can put a rubber stamp on there, stamp a number, or, you know, some other word or something on there. Or if you have some word, you know, I don't have them out right now, but I have some words that I've printed out and cut out. I printed them out on a file folder, cut them out so I have them ready. They're over in my closet, but get one of your words, maybe the word journal or whatever word you like, and glue it down. Wouldn't that be cute? So just some ideas there. So let's get started with actually using some scraps. I wanted to give myself 30 minutes to use up scraps today. So I'm going to put these behind me. And so I hope you're all having a good day. I just kind of jumped in like I usually do because I don't want to take too much of your time. And we're already at, what, 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes. So this is file folder that I cut into a flat piece. This is the other piece of it. I'm going to try to cover up this side with the Office Depot emblem there. And this is coffee dyed paper. I wanted to see if we could cover, how much we could get done covering these. And so it's Saturday and I'm having a good day. Hope you are. I've got my scraps and we're just going to pull out some, like I said, neutral scraps here. Coffee dyed scraps. And what else? I've got some receipt papers. So all of this kind of stuff can be used on, let's see. Just trying to see what other neutrals I have. I kind of want to use paper and not cardstock, so I'm kind of passing by the whatever. Oh, here's some pattern paper. That would be cool, possibly. Some pattern paper. Let's see what else. Some book pages. Here's some Edith Holden. It looks like, so that would be cool. It looks like Edith Holden, I believe it is. So let's just get started with some of this. Yes, so every Saturday I've been giving you my Walmart report, and today it's 88 degrees, getting up to 88 degrees here. So I'm super excited to experience some really nice warm weather. So it gave me an itch and an urge to plant something. I haven't really done any planting this year, and I don't really, well, I do need a couple of, I was working out in my yard, my front yard, the other night, and kind of noticed I needed a couple more. Like, I think I had planted something there, but it didn't make it through the last winter or something, or the last summer, winter. So I noticed a blank spot where I don't think it was a hosta, because I have some hostas there. And that's a shade plant that grows very well in North Carolina. And so I have some hostas, then I planted something else, and whatever it was didn't make it. So I was looking for hostas at Walmart, but they don't. They have some solid, but I like the variegated, so I didn't get any yet. I'm waiting for the variegated to come in. And then I got some, I wasn't going to plant tomatoes this year, but I just, you know, like I said, I usually do have a vegetable garden. I just wasn't going to plant any tomatoes this year. I don't know. I just didn't think I wanted to, but I guess I do want to, because I bought some tomato plants. And I actually, they're normally, let's see, the ones I bought were, whoops, I guess this one's just about out. The ones I bought were either, what were they, $3, around $3 or so. But they had in the clearance section, you know, most Walmarts, I guess, have a little clearance section in their garden center. And so I was looking, and they had some tomatoes there, little tomato plants, the same as the $3 or so ones. And they were, so I'm not tearing these into little pieces. I want to use up these scraps as quick as possible. So I'm just going big pieces down. That's the fastest way, I think, to use something, a scrap, is to, you know, try, you know, if you want to just get it done, glue some big pieces down. By the time you cut it up into tags and stuff, you're going to have little pieces, right? So today I'm gluing big pieces down. But anyway, in that clearance section, they had, I'm going to start on this one too, because this is another receipt piece and I want a different piece on there. So let's go ahead and put this one down here. Except my glue is drying, or maybe I didn't get enough on there. They had tomato plants, the same, you know, as the more expensive ones. Not that that is expensive, but anyway, if you buy 6 plants at $3 each, that's $18, right? 6 times 3 is 18. And if you buy 6 at $1 from the clearance section, like I did, that's only $6. And they looked really good. Couldn't really understand why they were in the clearance section. But I don't know, maybe they put them there and they started looking better after they got some rain or something. But yeah, so I got 6 plants for $1 each. Pretty happy about that. Can't wait to get outside probably this evening when the sun goes down a little bit and gets a little cooler. We'll go out there and plant those. I can't wait. And then what else did I get? I got some, I like marigolds. I love marigolds actually. And I got a little carton of like a, what was it? A 10 pack. They have a 10 pack for this is my craft bond. I want to use my other glue. So I got a 10 pack of, it's the two-toned, like orange and whatever color, two-toned, that's craft bond too. Where are my, oh, okay, I gotta grab some from behind me. I don't have any more glue sticks right here. But I have some right behind me. Couple new ones here. But I got a 10 pack of marigolds to plant. And I've already planted, my boss gave me some marigolds that I planted in a planter that I have in my garden. But, so I almost didn't buy them. I was thinking, do I need any more marigolds? Because I love them. I love them. So I was still looking at them, even though I didn't know if I needed any. And I did get some to plant around my mailbox. Because, you know, why not have some flowers around your mailbox? So I planted, I didn't plant them yet, but I got to plant those. Let's see, did I get anything else exciting for my garden? I don't think so. Did I? Tomato plants. And yeah, I think that was it. And marigolds for now, but I'm going to get some hostas, a couple of hostas I need for that empty spot. Okay, so this one we're working on. This one we're working on. Here's the Edith Holden right here. We'll do that next. Here's a little piece here. Like if you go over a little bit, you can just cut it off later. That's just a piece of trash. So, but Walmart was normal, like looking very normal today. This is pretty right here. People were, you know, still wearing masks, and they still have the little entrances blocked off where you're only supposed to go in the in and out the out, and there have people out there watching to make sure people don't go in the out or out the in or whatever. So yeah, that's the same. So, and they have, let's see, at my Walmart they have the plexiglass now actually too in front of the cashiers. So I mean, they've got it going on, you know. They got it done. They got it plexiglass in the pharmacy, I noticed, and plexiglass at the at cash registers now. So I think that's really, you know, probably something that should have been done in the first place, but now, you know, because of all this, it is done, and it's really cool that they were, I mean, I think, you know, it's big. I just think it's cool that they got it done pretty quickly. I know the pharmacy was done 2 or 3 weeks before the cashiers, and maybe it should have been done sooner, but now it's done, so you know they're good to go, I think. And I'm sure they like having that protection. So I'm having a hard time deciding which. They're both so pretty here. I think I'm gonna go with this. Has more writing on it, but this has a little flowers here, so I think I'm gonna go with the little flowers, even though I like the writing. So Walmart was awesome. I mean, as far as, because, you know, I am a Walmart fan. I know some people don't like Walmart, but I live in a small town, so my Walmart is not as crazy as some Walmarts. And I went to Salvation Army. It was open again. Goodwill still not open. So on Tuesday, I'll have a couple of things to share on my Thrifty Tuesday video. Okay, so let's see. Let's get this going here faster. I've got coffee dyed. Let me see. Let me put a piece of ledger here. This ledger is a very old ledger, and it's thin, so I want to see if I have something thicker to put down here. Oh, here's the old. This is not old. This is just, I thought it looked vintagey. It's a little ticket from Antiques Festival that I went to, and I saved it because I thought it was very vintagey looking. I didn't coffee dye it or anything. I'm just going to glue it down. Oh, and speaking of coffee dyeing, I have 2 new listings in my Etsy shop for paper. I kind of have resisted putting just regular coffee dyed paper in my shop because I know so many people sell it. But I did it for the convenience of my customers. So if they come to my shop and buy something else and they say, oh, I wish she had coffee dyed paper, I would just buy it while I'm here. You know, so I did. I went ahead and listed coffee dyed paper because I always keep it on hand for myself. So I listed that. And then one of my customers this week had bought some other paper from me. And so again, for the convenience of my customers, she asked me, and thank you if she watches my videos, I don't know. But thank you so much if she does. If you are watching, you know who you are. And she motivated me to put avocado dyed paper in my shop because she asked me when she was buying the other paper, do you have, you know, can you sell me some, you know, some avocado dyed paper? And I was like, well, I do have some. I guess I could sell you some, you know. Let's see, I need a little tiny piece of, let me see if I have any smaller strips here of, let me see if I have any smaller strips of coffee dyed paper or any other neutral paper. Oh, here's something. This is, I'll cut off a little strip of this for right here. This is, got some pink on it, probably from, but I just need a little strip. Pink from probably food coloring. But anyway, so she motivated me to, I sold her some avocado dyed paper, and I was like, well, I guess, you know, if she needed some, maybe she's not the only one that would need some that's coming to my shop and, like I said, buying other things. And while she was there, or while you're there, whoever's there wants some avocado dyed paper, they can get it. So as we speak, I'm boiling avocados because it does take a little bit of extra effort. If you've never done it, it does take a little extra effort to, you know, make avocado dyed paper because it's, you know, it is, you know, it's not just a matter of making a pot of coffee or whatever and using your coffee. It's actually, you got to boil it for a couple hours, the skins and the seed, and then get your pretty avocado colored paper, which is like a pink. Sometimes it's peachy and sometimes it's pinky. It really is neat kind of seeing what color it's going to come out. So right after this video, I need to run in there and check my water and see how it's doing. I had it on simmer when I came in here, and it was done. It had been going an hour, so but it wasn't quite ready. I checked it. It wasn't enough color yet, so I'll be checking that after I'm done. Okay, let's glue. What do I need here? I need two kind of little pieces and a bigger piece here. So let's glue another piece of this lined paper down right here. And trying to put different patterns of paper, even though they're neutrals, next to each other. So it looks like I'm probably going to get these two done at least, and then these are the two file folder pieces. And then you already saw what they look like when they're done. And this I'm leaving, you know, I have the file folder on the back, so that'll be the journaling space. Let's see if we can put this right over here. That would be cool, except I hate to waste any covering up paper I already have. So let's at least cut so we don't waste paper, covering up paper. Right here, we'll get this corner covered up, and it's going in a different direction, so that'll be cool. Kind of like a different pattern, even though it's coffee dyed paper, it's going in a different direction, so that's neat. Sorry if I'm making noise with this glue stick, but I just want to get it done before my time's up here with you guys. So that's about all the excitement in my world this week. I talked about Sherry's teas, which thank you for, if you are a person that, see, I had two orders, and one person bought two things and another person bought one thing. So 3 sales basically. And thank you if you watch my channel, and if you don't, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to let you know, whoever is watching, that I'm designing, graphic tees, and so it's on Sheree's Tees, which will have linked below. It's another Etsy shop besides my junk journal Etsy shop. I have Sheree's Tees now, and I think the last count I had like 33 things in there that I've designed, so I'm having a lot of fun doing that too. And so yep, lots of fun creating different things. All right, so this one's covered. Let's finish this one. We only have a little strip here, which this is the receipt paper, so we can put coffee dyed paper here. Here's a piece of coffee dyed paper. And I'm just going to, I don't want to cover up my Edith Holden, so let's cut it off right here. I'm going to be practicing after I get my stock of avocado dyed paper up, so I have enough for when if somebody orders some. I'm going to be practicing lace dyed paper. I've done it a few times and it hasn't come out. I mean, it's come out pretty, but I don't think it's pretty enough or good enough to sell. Like, it's not, the pattern isn't coming out perfect enough, and clear enough yet. So I have an idea of how, and I'm going to watch another video too to try to figure out how to get a better kind of a more better pattern, I guess. What I want to say, so you can see the pattern better, more stronger or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. So the pattern is more visible. So yeah, I have an idea of how to do it, something I haven't done before in the other few times I've tried it. So I'm going to be practicing on that too, so that eventually I can have, let's cut these up and use these little pieces right here. So we've got, let's a bigger space down here. I just don't want to cut it too small and then not have it big enough. But so I can get it good enough to have a listing for laced, lacy coffee dyed paper, or whatever you call it. I really love it, but I want it to be, really nice. If I were to put it in my shop, I want it just to be, not perfect. So I'm trying to do that. All right, so a little piece there. This, I'm sure most of the people have used this washable glue before. The purple one, and if you're seeing it and you haven't used it before, it dries clear. So like if you're doing that, making a mess, it just dries. So you don't have to worry about it getting it all over your project. It just dries clear and you don't even know it was there. Plus it's helping to probably hold things down until it dries. So all right, one more little piece here and we will be done with 2 whole big pieces here. And I guess we could cut them up real quick so you can, it's nothing complicated, but this looks like a piece of, I don't know, it has a little pattern right there. I don't know if that's a piece of my lace dyed paper or not. It might be. But I do love the lace dyed paper. So, yeah, we can cut this up real quick and then you can see. We could, since I made tags, we could make some journaling cards maybe out of at least one of these pieces. Okay, so we used up all of these scraps just now. That's quite a bit. So I'm going to put this over to the side and just cut these 2 up real quick. Let's see, we just finished gluing on this one. Yeah, right down here in the corner, right? So this one's been drying for a minute, so let's cut this one up first. And I said journaling card, so I'm just going to, I'm not going to measure or anything. I'm just going to be like, when I cut them up, I'm just like, I want them not too big, like I said, not too big to fit into a pocket in one of my journals. So, see, it's just like, what is that, like 2.5 inches or 2 inches. And then a couple more. And I want to cut it efficiently so I don't waste, so I don't end up with some little tiny strip on the end. So I'm going to cut right here, and then I'll have this piece down here that I can cut in half. So this should be good, so we don't waste any paper. There we go. And then this one will cut pretty much in half. And then we will cut these in half again for journaling cards. There we go. I'm not measuring, I'm just getting it done fast. And see, then when you sew on them or do whatever you want to do with them, they look good. And then 2 more. So we got, what, 8 journaling cards out of that piece, all different sizes. And so real quick, we didn't use this. I wanted to use that, didn't I? But it is thin, so I didn't want to use it over words or anything, but maybe I'll use it on the next piece. But anyway, just to show you what a finished piece looks like now. I'll probably sew on these, you know, not right now, but later. Just to show you what they look like. Well, I've got some paper underneath here that probably needs to be emptied out. I don't know if I want to try to do it right now. But I am emptying. Oh yeah, it is really, oh my goodness, it is so clogged up. No wonder it's having a hard time. It floats around underneath in this one, but then in the middle, it gets a little clogged if you just ignore it and don't empty it like I apparently have been doing. See, this is what it looks like, you know, clean and unclogged here. And this little piece fits over the bottom to catch all of your little cuts when you do corner rounding. So anyway, back to it. Let's see if it does better now. Oh yeah, it's happy now. It's like, thank you. I was working so hard and I couldn't cut. I mean, this is an awesome corner rounder. If you don't have this one, got it on Amazon. It's linked under my video, and I've had it since the beginning. So probably 5 years now. And I've never had to sharpen it or anything. You can see what I just did. I just rounded those corners. Never had to sharpen it. And the thing about it is it has different size corners. So like this is small, medium, and a larger one. I usually use the larger one. But once in a while, I'll have an occasion to use the other two. But just to show you what a few of these look like, I won't do them all. So I hope you did some scrapping along with me. And if you did, let me know what you did, because maybe you'll give me an idea what to do with my scraps. So here's the Edith Holden. Didn't that turn out cute? And there's the back that can be written on. These are all used file folders that I use. So if there's anything on the back, it's because they are actually used and I saved them from the trash at work. So anyway, so cute, right? Even though they're just scraps and they're neutral. Don't you love them? So, and with a little sewing around and a little label. Let's see what a label looks like, or a definition looks like on these. So cute. Here's a little definition or a number. I do have my ink right here in case I wanted to show you a number. So let me get my number out real quick and do one because I know it's going to look really good. So let's put a number on here. These are awesome stamps. Got them from AliExpress. I don't order from AliExpress too much, but I saw these stamps. Gail had these and I was like, oh, those are so cool. I must order those. And they were cheap too. So anyway, so cool, right? Okay, I'm going to let you go and go check on my boiling avocados in there and see how they're doing and get my avocado paper going. And so I hope you enjoyed using your neutral scraps this week. I certainly did. I love making beautiful things no matter what color they are. So, and all paper is beautiful to me. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week, or I'll actually probably see you during the week with my other videos, hopefully. So thank you. Have a great weekend and happy crafting.